Peace, family. It's your boy King Obatuna, back again with another episode. Today's episode, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about just a few more quick tips about when you come here to Uganda. And also, I would like to share my appreciation for all of my subscribers who have subscribed to my channel now and in the future as well. So today I woke up and I had 3,000 subscribers. And I just really want to say thank you so much to everybody who checked out my videos and actually took the time out to subscribe and everything. So I really want to say thank you again. I really do appreciate it. I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys, honestly. Well, I wouldn't be doing YouTube if it wasn't for you guys. I would say that. But it wasn't easy, you know, getting to 3,000 subscribers. When I first got to Uganda, as a matter of fact, this year in January, I only had like 67 subscribers, I believe, when I touched down in January. So now it's August, and I have 3,000 subscribers. So that just goes to show, you know, if you be consistent and, you know, you keep at it, you know, with hard work and everything, ingenuity. Also, you know, meeting up and networking with other YouTubers, other content creators, you know, that also does help improve my content as well. But it really boils down to my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys because honestly, you guys, you know, could have checked my videos out and kept it moving, but many of you are consistent and you guys consistently check out my videos and you guys leave me a lot of positive feedback, and I really appreciate all of it. All the feedback that I've been getting has helped me mold and improve my channel to what it is now. So, and even in the future, you know, the more feedback that I get, the better my content will be, you know, as far as like everything, video production, editing, all of that stuff is going to be even better because I'm getting such constructive feedback, and also I'm applying this feedback to my programs and whatnot. So I want to say thank you again, and I really do appreciate it, family. Like, y'all really don't have no idea. Honestly, I didn't think that I would even hit 1,000 subscribers this year. I thought it would, you know, at least take me maybe to the end of the year, and I might get, you know, 1,000 or something of that nature. But you guys really did help me out. But I would like to give a shout out to two people in particular, O'Shea Duke Jackson from the Kingana channel, and African Tigress from her channel, African Tigress and Kenyan Sister. So these two individuals have really helped me out a lot as far as, you know, networking with other content creators, like I said, and allowing me to be featured on their YouTube channel has allowed my channel to grow as well. So this is another reason why you will see me in the future network with more content creators. It's not just because I want subscribers from their channel, but it's more or less because I want to network with other people. You know, this is how we help each other. You understand? Like, if somebody doesn't have whatever kind of content on their channel, then, you know, they can come to my channel and we can do interviews and feature each other, and vice versa. You know, we just help each other out to create all the content that we need that is necessary. So once again, you know, I really do appreciate those two individuals. They really did help me out a lot. O'Shea helps me out more than anything because I do some things for, you know, the Kingana channel. Hopefully in the future, you guys are going to see me do more things for the Kingana channel. But in particular, like, he's just a really good guy, and he didn't have to do half of the things that he did for me and things that he's currently doing for me. But, you know, like I said, he really looked out for me. And this is what a lot of us brothers do. You know, we try to do at least. So being out here, that we don't have a lot of us brothers here, you know, the few that we do meet, we try to work with them, you know, and help each other out, you know what I'm saying, the best way that we can. So me, you know, being on his channel does help him, me, and him, you know, featuring me on his channel does help me out a lot as well. So hopefully, like I said, in the future, you guys are going to see more content of me in the Kingana channel. I mean, if not, you know, it is what it is, but that's neither here nor there. I just want to show my appreciation for those who have helped me out. Because I'm one of the type of guys, I don't bite the hand that feeds, and I recognize, you know, who's helped me, and I give credit where credit is due. You understand? So I'm not the type of guy where I'll just take up whatever you got or whatever you give to offer and I do nothing in return. You understand? So I do want to extend my gratitude again, and like I said, to all my subscribers, I really do appreciate it. All right, y'all. So now I'm going to give you guys a few tips for when you do get to Uganda. A few things. We're going to talk about the visa fee, the visa length, the vaccine, cost of living, and if you guys can get like a, you know, SIM card and stuff like that when you first arrive, and what do you need to get a SIM card when you first arrive. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain all of those things now, and you guys just stay tuned. All right. Okay, family, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. First thing I want to discuss with you guys is the type of visa that you can get and the amount that it will cost. So, you guys fly into Kenya, you guys can apply for the East African visa. Even if you fly here to Uganda, you can apply for the East African visa. And the East African visa allows you to travel to Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. The length of the visa is 90 days, and it's a multi-entry visa, so that means you can go in and out at your leisure. You only pay a one-time fee, which is when you get the visa. That visa cost is $100 US. You have to have it present at the time, and I believe you have to have cash. If you don't have cash, then you got to pay a card, or you can go to the ATM, but you might be able to pay card now. I'm not too sure. I just remember the last few times that I did buy it, I had cash on me. So I just recommend that, anybody who does go to get that visa, just have cash with you. It's just an easier process, easier transition. If you have Uganda shillings, they do the Uganda shillings, or if you have US dollars, they do US dollars. So if you do exchange your money before you get to Uganda, just know the amount that you would have to pay in Uganda shillings, basically. So I believe it's somewhere around 300,000 or 320,000 or something of that nature. So you guys just look up the exchange before you get there. There are Forexes in the airport, so as soon as you get out of the airport, there's one Forex that I go to in particular. I can find them in the airport, I can find them here in town. They have branches in a few different areas. It's called Jet Set Forex, okay? Jet Set Forex. Jet Set Forex, I do Western Union money transfers from them, or if I want to exchange my money, they have a decent exchange rate, doesn't fluctuate too much, so I like to go to them because they're very consistent. So like I said, if you guys don't have cash, you can always go to them, or you can go to an ATM and get your cash. I personally don't use my bank card in Uganda or just period when I'm abroad because scams and all the other things. So I try to keep cash with me, but not a whole lot, but just enough to get me around day to day, basically. The next thing we're going to get into is the vaccine. You have to have the yellow fever vaccine upon arrival. Now, due to COVID-19, I'm not sure if those restrictions changed. The borders are still closed currently as this video. I'm recording this video, so the borders are still closed. So there are no flights going in and out that I know of. If any, they're not, international flights or tourist flights or anything like that. So when these things do open up, be sure to check out any new restrictions that might occur. But as of now, from when I flew in, the only requirement was to have a yellow fever vaccine. You have to have the yellow fever. It's a yellow vaccination booklet. Basically, you bring that with you, and you show it as soon as you come out of your plane. They're gonna ask for it before you even get to the visa gate, the gates where you get to your visa and everything. Before you even get to that, they ask to see your yellow fever card. So I made sure I had that, in my hand with my passport and everything as soon as I come out the plane. All right. So that's a requirement that you have to have in order to come here. If you're going through a border, you travel by bus or a car, private car, or something like that through a border, they're going to check it at the border. They should check it at the border. I'm not sure if they did or didn't, because it's been a while since I used a vehicle to travel through borders. I've been flying, so last time I did, they did check me at the border, so just be aware of that. Also, one quick tip, if you do travel through a border, do not exchange your cash at borders. You have people who have a whole wad of cash on them, and they're asking if you want to change any money from Kenyan shillings to Uganda shillings, vice versa, or the Tanzanian shillings to whatever shillings you're changing to. I do not recommend you use those guys. I do not know them. I do not recommend you even waste your time with it. Wait till you get to an actual Forex and an actual legit company or legit person. The money could be fake. The money could be outdated. It could be something wrong with it, So I just don't recommend that at all. Okay, the next piece of cost of living that we're going to talk about is SIM cards and internet here. So I use my Galaxy Note 10 Plus. It's not unlocked, so I actually brought another phone with me that was unlocked, and I used that one. So when you come out of the airport, you definitely can get a SIM card in the airport. There is a booth inside where I think right when you get your baggage, there's a booth for Airtel, MTN, Africell, a bunch of other providers as well. And providers are different here than they are in the West. In the West, you go to a cell phone store like AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, or whatever, and then you pick out a phone that you want. If you already have your own phone, you just ask them, for a provider service, basically. So out here, you get a SIM card and a provider service. You can buy a phone in an actual Airtel store, or you can go to another store like who just sells cell phones separately, and they don't deal with service at all. You buy your own phone, which is always unlocked, and once you get your phone that's unlocked, what you do is you go ahead on and go to a cell phone provider, a network provider, excuse me. So Airtel, MTN are the two largest ones that you will find here in Uganda. There are other ones that are big too, don't get me wrong, but most people that I deal with, especially locals here, they usually have Airtel or MTN. I decided to get Airtel because it's more accessible for me, and the most people that I deal with have Airtel as well. So that's the reason why I chose Airtel. Airtel is a very easy provider. It's simple to use, and they have locations pretty much everywhere throughout the city and the country. Same thing with MTN. They have MTN, Mike Tango November. They have those providers all over the country as well. So that's not something you have to really be concerned with. But again, so it's very simple to get a SIM card here. You just have to have your passport with you. You go down to Airtel or MTN and you tell them you want a SIM card. It's a fee. I forgot how much the fee is because it did change. It was 2,000 Uganda shillings. It could still be 2,000, but that was almost 2 years ago when I last did that. So it's been a while since I had to get a new SIM card, but it could be increased, it could be decreased, but it's really not expensive at all. You just get you a SIM card and you can put it into your unlocked device, and immediately you'll be able to start utilizing the services. Now, there are providers out here, cell phone providers, that have phones that have what's called a dual SIM. So that means it has two SIM card slots inside the phone. It's not a cheap phone, it's not Fugazi or nothing like that. They do have cheap phones out here, but just because you see two SIM slots does not mean that it's a fake phone or something of that nature. That's something that we in the West are not used to because we deal with one provider at a time, but I find it more convenient to have a phone with a dual SIM because that means you can have a SIM from Airtel and a SIM from MTN. So in the event that you're calling someone and they don't have Airtel, you can switch your line over and just switch over to MTN, or you'll have two different numbers basically. So you'll just call them back on their MTN line, or they'll call you back on your MTN line, or something of that nature. So it's very, very simple to get around that whole issue of calling someone with a different provider because the charges are increased. That is the reason why you should have two SIMs, because the charges are increased if you're calling from one provider to another provider. If you're calling Airtel to Airtel, the charges are fine. They're not increased, but you do have charges. But if you call Airtel to MTN, the charges are ridiculously high, and you'll run out of airtime credits very quickly. So that's something you guys want to definitely consider when you come here to get a phone with a dual SIM. If you don't get a phone with a dual SIM, this will be an issue for you. It's not a big issue, but it is an issue. Now, I did mention airtime credits. In order for you to make phone calls, text messages, or you utilize data here, you have to have airtime credits, okay? You can buy airtime credits like it's prepaid credits basically. For those of you who remember the old T-Mobile pay-as-you-go phone plans, that's exactly what it is. You go and you pay for however much credits you want. You find a provider who has Airtel. Okay, I was saying you find a provider who has Airtel, and basically, or Airtel MTN, and you basically tell them I want airtime for however much. I usually get airtime for 10,000, and I try to maintain that. For a little while, I can get a little bit of data if I need it, if I'm out and about, or I just use it for my airtime. I don't usually make a lot of calls, so I spend that on data when I'm out in town and such. So that's usually what I spend the most of my airtime on. Now, I want to tell you guys, when you get your SIM cards, go ahead and register for mobile money. Sign up and set up an account for mobile money. That way you can make mobile money transactions, meaning that let's say you run out of cash or something like that, or where you are, you only have your debit card or your bank card on you, and you need a little bit of cash on you. You can have someone send you money through your mobile money account, basically. So they'll find a provider. They say, hey, I want to send 20,000 Uganda shillings to this number, which will be your number. So if it's me, I'll say I need to send, I need a cash deposit of 20,000 airtime. No, not airtime, Airtel, excuse me, Airtel, because that's the provider. They need to know which provider you're sending it to, and then you provide them with the number that you're sending it to. And then once that's done, they send the money, and it's an immediate transaction. So it's not like you got to wait 1 to 5 business days to get your money. It's immediate. So right before you even walk away, you will confirm that the person has sent and the person has received, basically. So other than that, just make sure you guys sign up for mobile money. There's so many different reasons why you're going to need mobile money, and it is such a lifesaver. I done had cash on me and it fell out my pocket one time, and I was on a Boda, but the Boda had Airtel, so I was able to send him the cash through Airtel provider. Basically, we just rode till we found a booth, a lady that was sitting in the booth, and she had her little Airtel MTN booth, and I told her I want to send, you know, such and such to this person, and I had it on my mobile money account, but it was on a different phone that I had. So I had it on a mobile money account, basically, and I went ahead and sent it right over to him. This is a long time ago that I did this, but I know that you can do this sometimes. Not everybody is okay with that, so don't think that you can do that with every single Boda or taxi guy. But, you know, they were working with me that day, so, you know, we'll leave it at that. But other than that, like I said, you guys definitely want to make sure you do that with the SIM card. You can do it right in the airport, or you can, once you leave the airport, you can go down to a Airtel store, the actual retail store, and they will go ahead and take care of all of that stuff for you. Internet services will be the last thing I discuss with you guys. So internet services, internet is widely accessible pretty much throughout the entire country. It's not consistent, but it is accessible. So what I mean by it being inconsistent, I mean, like, it's just like when you are in America and you go out like in a country somewhere and you don't really got like cell phone service, something like that. It's the same thing, you know, you go to a certain area around here and it might be, you know, in the forest or in the woods or something like that, and you don't really have good coverage for your data, you know. So that's just what I mean by, you know, it's just not convenient. But other than that, you know, it's widely accessible. I use Airtel's internet service, so they have a broadband service. I have the actual broadband at my home, so that's what I use, you know, for all my content creation and everything else that I need is reliable. I have a few issues because I have interference around in my area. I still don't know why I have so much interference. I think it has something to do with everybody having metal roofs and the way signals bounce off of metal. Because it's usually aluminum, by the way. So a lot of people have aluminum roofs. So I think that's why I have a lot of signal interference. I can't remember. I'm not an expert on those things, so I'll just leave that alone. But Airtel does have a decent internet service. There are other internet services that I'm going to check out. There's one that was recommended to me. It's called Leica Mobile. So I'm going to check that one out next. There's another one that a friend of mine, O'Shea, uses, and it's called Zuku Fiber. So I believe that one is fiber optic internet. So I'm really not too certain, but I'm definitely going to get into all of it. And the reason why I'm not so certain about a lot of things is because I kind of stick to what I know here, and I don't really venture out too much, because I have in the past, and the venture wasn't worth it, you understand? So I try to stick to what I know and try to learn as much as I can about what I know, basically, you understand? So when it comes to this whole Airtel thing, I try to learn as much as I can about Airtel, because that's the service that I use. I don't really know too much about all these other services because I don't use them, and I don't see them as much or hear about them as much as I would Airtel or MTN or something of that nature. So I really hope these tips helped you guys out a lot. If not, you know, leave me a comment in the comment section. Please, you guys, leave me a like. Likes really do help me out, increasing my traffic and whatnot, and it helps me on my analytics as well. So I say that every time I make a video. Please leave a like and a comment, because it does really help me. And also, for anybody who's new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, and, you know, leave a comment. Let me know what kind of content you would like to see in the future, anything like that. And please check out my old videos as well. I wanted to mention real quick that my channel just got monetized, guys, so I'm really excited about that. My channel finally got monetized, so you guys are going to see a little bit of advertisements on my channels. Please, 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 I'm begging you, please, at least give the advertisements between 15 and 30 seconds, please. That's all I'm asking. 15 and 30 seconds, just let it play, go walk away, go do something real quick, and then come back to the video or whatever it is. Just 15 and 30 seconds is all I'm asking. That'll, you know, help me generate a little bit of revenue, because I just got monetized. So as of right now, I'm not seeing anything roll through, but in the future, you guys are going to see some ads. When the ads do play, if it's skippable, please just give it at least 15, 30 seconds. If it's not skippable, then it's not skippable, all right? So other than that, like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the content. Thank you guys for watching this episode, and stay tuned for the next episode, family.